Everyone, my name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to do a short presentation. Intro to today's shoulder, biceps, and triceps session. Been really going hard with these sessions. Progress is being made. It's just it seems to be like a never-ending road of small progressions. I used to ask myself years ago, how is it that these guys do it? How do they get big? How do they get large? How do they get strong? It seems like it's just from one moment to the next, they're lifting 3 plates, 4 plates. It's like, how is this done? And today, I've been hitting some higher numbers with the press, with the shoulder press, and it's just a step-by-step process. It just takes a long time. And you can always start. I'm 58. I'm making the best progress of my life. So, I don't want to bring age into it, but some people do. And I don't know what the deal is. I absolutely don't, because I feel stronger right now than I ever have in my entire life. Thank God. I mean, I don't see the doctor. I don't take any medication. I sleep well. Everything's going fine. Nothing hurts. I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I feel younger and younger and younger. So I don't know if it's like just, it's the grace of God. I don't know what's happening. It's like the third millennium. We're going to live forever. I don't know what it is. But, man, the thing that has been most instrumental for me being this way has been progressing, keeping a logbook, and keeping an order and a structure to the weightlifting. The output, you can put it in an algorithm, and it says every single week there is an increment in the output. What does that mean? Obviously, the machine is getting better. Now, the food, I'm not eating like a slob. I eat everything I measure, I weigh, and, I take into account my energy requirements for the day. But basically, right now, I'm on a cut. I'm on a diet. I'm on a calorie restriction, and it's a high protein, not really high, probably be more on the moderate side, moderate carbs, moderate fat, everything just moderate, but in a restriction. And it's just getting stronger. So today I finally hit 110 kilos, 245 pounds on the shoulder press, on the Smith shoulder press. And got just 1 rep. Hey, so what? Next time I'll get 2. Then one day I'll get 3. And then one day I'll get 4 or 5, maybe 6. So I was stuck at I was making progress at 225 with 100 kilos, 225 pounds basically. I mean, okay. And when I started, when the first time I tried with the 2 plates, I've been stuck. There I was stuck at between 1.5 and 1 3/4 plates, which is 175, 185, 200 pounds. So I decided to put on 225 pounds, and I got 3 reps. Today I got 6. So there's like this progress happening, this progression. Keeping the progressions on most things. So if, like today, made a great progression on the major exercise, that gives me a little bit of latitude on my other exercises to just go in and do work volume and pump. And let me tell you, it's just working. So today I gave myself the luxury of doing a pump session with the biceps and the triceps, some cable moves, some, light dumbbell moves, and things like that. But I also got in some nice work there with the 50-pound dumbbells on the biceps curl. It felt like it was just the biceps doing the work. It was like crunch, like biomechanically perfect. Me as the subject, subjectively, I felt it almost as a perfect rep. I don't know how it was looking, from the camera, but for me it was a biomechanically perfect rep. And reps. So, just doing this thing, just doing it, keeping at it week after week after week. And that's the other thing, like the more consistent you are, the easier the consistency will be, because it'll be an ingrained habit. It's just part of my life right now. I'm here in my office, I've got other things to do, and everything is just complemented. Everything just seems to be like the dessert on top of the progress with the weights. And why is this important? Like, oh man, he takes fitness and, it's like so important. Yeah, it's keeping me young. It's keeping me alive. If you're sick, if you're unhealthy and you lose your health, you will understand what health is, man, and how valuable it is. They say if you have health, you have wealth. You have everything. And so right now, I guess I'm in the billionaire club, because that's how I feel. I feel like I am like one of the most healthiest, people alive. And why? Why? Because I devote a lot of time to this. Spend a lot. This is very important to me. I see people. I have friends that they're pre-diabetic. They have all kinds of conditions, and they could go to the gym too. They could work out. They could tighten up their diet. They could control their intake, but they don't for some reason. They don't for some reason. And maybe I have the answer, but I don't want to say it. I shouldn't give out all the secrets either. If you really want this, you'll find a way. Ask and ye shall receive. If you have not received, you haven't asked, you haven't done the things that you need to do it. And you can do anything, right? You can do anything. So if you're getting on in years and, things are going downhill, it's on you. It's on you. You can be absolutely fit. You can be jacked. You can be jumping up and down. You can have your low cholesterol, low blood sugar, lots of, low body fat. You can have all that. You haven't wanted it enough to go out and do it. What's the price you have to pay? Discipline. You have to be disciplined. Sometimes you feel some, hunger pangs, but you feed yourself enough. Now, are you controlled by your appetite? And a lot of people are just controlled. They are controlled by their appetite. They're overwhelmed by the need to eat whatever because they get hungry. And why? They don't, if you don't plan your food, I weigh everything out. I keep them in Tupperwares. I take them with me. At home, I cook fresh, and when I have to eat out, I can eat out because 99% of the time I'm eating on point. And so when I eat out, it's like my cheat meal, it's like I need it, so it's just a way of life. You can do it. Some people might not think that that's very important. How important is your life? Because it might, it'll whatever comes what may. And then, arthritis here, my knee there, high blood sugar, I'm taking these meds, I feel like shit, I'm on the couch all day. Now I get depressed. My outlook on life is a bummer. Now I'm alienated from God because why has God done this to me? It really sucks. It really sucks. You can go to heaven, you can go to hell. Oh, God doesn't send anybody to hell. Oh, man, let me tell you, there is a way in this life to find yourself in a fate worse than death. Fate worse than death. Now, who knows what can happen after that? But in this life, in the here and now, you can find yourself in a place that's worse than death by negligence. Oh, man, just being sick and diseased. And you can avoid all these things to a great degree. Not all of it depends on you. A lot of it depends on the mercy of God. So I've extended myself here a little bit. I've had to rant this out. It's what's on my heart. I believe it's important. It's necessary. For me, this is very important. And I put this out there because it's working for me. And you don't put a light underneath underneath the bed. If it's working for me, it's like, this is the best thing that's happened, man. This is like incredible. And you want to share this. You want to share this. Why aren't you doing it? You can do it. You can prolong your life. You can add life to your years. You can get good. You can get healthy. You can be happy. You can be wealthy. You can do all these things. Get the right mindset. Anyways, I'll leave you with the video. God bless everybody. We'll see you in the next episode. So today's session was actually one of the more enjoyable sessions. Enjoyable would be the word, sessions of late. All of them are productive. I seem to be making progress on some level at every single try. But today, I just love pressing, and it's been, I've never been a very strong bench presser or shoulder presser. I was always very astounded and amazed, seeing men doing 300, 400 pounds on these military presses with ease. And, I was always stuck at between 135 and 200 pounds. So now that I'm reaching, 225 and beyond, it's feeling really good for my self-esteem at least, and I am getting stronger. So here we're going for the PR set, the top set. Last week it was 5 reps, and today managed to get 6. I tried to get 7. Here for the 6th rep and got that. Felt so good. And then on the 7th, couldn't get it, but that's just the way it goes. You try, you fail sometimes, but you keep the whole thing moving forward. And here I just went for a max. Never have done this in my life. I got 1 rep with 110 kilos, 245 pounds. And here, this is like the most important set, the back off set, where we try to do, or we go for as many reps as possible at a set weight. The set weight is 185 pounds. Our target is 20 reps. We started at 15. And today, what I did, I just did like little groups of 4 in my mind. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this way, I got up to 16 reps. 1 more rep than last time. I may have had another rep or 2 if I had breathed and braced. So this is like I always follow up with the side lateral raises. Highly effective, one of the best exercises. Soon I will be intensifying set volume. Here I'm only doing 1 set and really focusing on getting the most out of it. I don't test limits or anything on this particular exercise. I just try to really focus on the mind muscle, although I generally do between 10 and 12 reps. Today I got 13. Now this exercise, the front raise, I never do because of the heavy shoulder pressing. I feel it's unnecessary. But here's a secret. The front delt raise, what it does is it defines the cut on the biceps. This is actually a hidden biceps move. And I felt it on these reps. I was feeling the stress and the pressure on my bicep, pulling, tearing down. And so what that does, it defines the front the front delt from the upper bicep. That's where it gets a nice cut and definition. So yeah, sure, it is a shoulder raise, absolutely, but it really hits the lower part of the front delt in a highly effective manner. Here we're just doing them with 30-pound dumbbells, and it's just feeling really good. Never do these. Going to start incorporating different moves. This is not the off season. We're getting into prep. We're getting lean, cut, and defined through diet and exercise. And so these exercises are absolutely valid and to be incorporated. This is also an exercise that I have never done. I have never, ever done these in my life. Saw Jay Cutler doing them on the TV set there at the gym yesterday, and I said, today, delt day, I'm going to go in and do these flies. And boy, oh boy, do they burn. They're not really the same stress as the dumbbells, the heavy dumbbells. I feel that the dumbbells might be more effective, although this is a wonderful variant, and it sure does give a burn. I would incorporate these to do like pre-posing. Like I'm going to pose, and I'll do a few sets of these before for warm-up. It does hit the rear delt, absolutely. And but it takes like the higher reps to really get into that sting, into the burn. I'm not denigrating on this move. Like I said, it's the first time I've ever done it. And, it went okay. It went well. Cables, they can be effective. They can be effective if you keep at it. Here we did 3 sets today. Just trying to get in some work volume to see if I would feel DOMs the next day, to feel the exact place, the area where they were worked. I am narrating this video 24 hours later, and sorry, man, no DOMs. My shoulders are intact. Even from the heavy military press on the Smith, don't feel any attrition at all. Can't wait to get back and do it again and go for 7 reps, go for 17, and go for a couple more reps on the 245. It's just exciting to progress. It is exciting to get stronger and bigger. This also, I have done this quite a bit in the past. I believe it's one of the better cable exercises that you can do for triceps. For me, it seems to be, it gives a better stretch than the standing triceps push down. This position really puts your triceps in a stretch. And here we're just doing very moderate weight. We started out with 40 pounds just to get the thing going. Then moved it up to 60, and then 80. Here we're going for 60. It's feeling good. Here, I really try to focus on speed. Once I get the proper range and tempo, range and stretch, then I just really let go, and I try to do a controlled sprint with my triceps. Just like you're going to sprint on the street or on the track, you run. Here I'm trying to make my arms run. Run as fast as they can. Make the muscle pump as fast as it can. obviously keeping control. And there's a lot to say about speed. Some people are really hung up on the slow, eccentric, and all of that. It has its time and its place. But speed times distance times velocity equals output. It's physics. So here, this is also one of the most satisfying sets in recent times. These 50-pound dumbbells from the start. I did a reverse pyramid today, started out with the heavyweight, and these 50s felt easy. And they were really just contracting the biceps. I was feeling the peak, the crunch, the contraction, and they were manageable. Now, the handles on these Atlantis dumbbells are thicker, and that really helps also. I mean, it supposedly it makes it a little bit more difficult, the fat grips. It helps with the grip and everything. But it was just feeling awesome. So now I dropped down to 40 pounds. Also, I don't rest that long between these sets. When it's power, rest 3 to 5. When it's volume and condensed muscle work, 45 seconds to a minute and a half, max 2 minutes. So here I think we rested like a minute and a half, jumped on these 40s, and it's just feeling great. I'm feeling good, man. Like here, like I said, when you isolate the muscle with a decent weight and you're feeling the cramp and the pump on the target muscle, it's going to grow. And here we go down to 35s. Yeah, 35s, which before used to be my working weight. I would work out with these 35s. And today it was like next to the last stop on the pyramid. I think we went down to 25. So it was like 50, 40, 35, and 25. And every single set was great. I mean, like here, it's like one of those workouts where you're going to make progress. Like everything is just going just right. Started out on the right foot, making PRs with my Smith machine, which I wait all week for that session, and I'm dreaming about increasing the weight. One day I want to get up to 3 plates on this military press, and I will. And here we go with the 225s. I'm sorry, with the 25 pounders. They're feeling a little too light. And so just trying to get some speed, some proper contraction there. It's weird when you come off a heavy weight how these weights really feel like nothing. Although they do accumulate work and you will fail. They'll reach a moment where you can't move your arm anymore, even if it's like 10 pounds. So 4 proper sets of dumbbell curls. And here, I was doing like a transition. Here I felt like I was just screwing around. Wasn't really, this is not like an important basic meat and potatoes exercise for triceps. Something like, heavy skull crushers might have been better. And here I just go with a lightweight with the cable. Nonetheless, when you focus on really cramping and crunching and getting the mind-muscle connection, these will work. And of course the angle is, close to perfect. A little bit diagonal to the side, and you can starting to get definition. I'm really smooth. I'm not super high body fat. I'm not obese, but I'm smooth. I don't have any muscle definition at this point. Although this morning, as I weighed myself down from 204, the top bulk, down to 197, going down slowly. And I'm starting to see changes in my body. But no vascularity yet. I think that comes in about week 4 or 5 of the 16 weeks. It'll come in sooner. Now here, this delt machine raises. They're good. I prefer dumbbells every day, all day. But use these. It's a interesting addition to your workout. And here I'm just cruising through like a circuit training at the end of my workout, just doing a little bit of everything, just to get in the extra work volume. Like I said, once you hit your major meat and potato exercises, your PRs, the thing that keeps the logbook progressing and your body building muscle, all these things are valid. I mean, you can't just go for maximum, at least I don't. I don't do that. Maximum all-out effort on every single move where I use all my strength and all my power all the time. It's a gradient. I use all my strength and power on some exercises where I really want to progress, and others I just keep the show on the road. Like here, these triceps extensions, I can see my arms are getting thicker. Once they get highly defined, they will get visible vascularity, and with that size a little bit more, I'm happy with that. It's like they're big enough for me, although, always bodybuilders are always trying to get larger, and so I will always try to get those arms as jacked and as huge as decently possible, as realistically possible. Here we're going with one side at a time on these extensions. And, this is a very highly focused exercise. Remember, Rocky IV? If you guys that have seen Rocky IV, Drago, the Russian working out in his sophisticated gym, with all the technology. And I think he really popularized this machine extension back in the day. Everybody, all the gyms started to incorporate this machine into their training. And it looks so effective. Like, I mean, this is like the perfect muscle angle for your triceps, right? Just work it real hard and you'll get huge triceps. How can you not? Right? It puts you into position. All you have to do is make the effort and extend your forearm, and you'll build the muscle. I mean, it's technology, right? It's so perfect. Now, truth be told, I have built my triceps out with this machine in the past. I think that's what got them part of the size that they have today. Is I focused on this machine for a couple of months, along with other things, like the dumbbells and everything, but really focused on this machine with one arm at a time. And here we finish off the session with dumbbell preacher curls, one arm at a time, dumbbells. And today I did get a perfect setting. Like my humerus, my upper arm is laying flat against the pad at the perfect angle. I'm extending as far as you should go, and the cramp and the crunch and the contraction at the top, the supination, was just perfect. Like, it was like, okay, this is a great set. Oh, also the weight is pretty light. It's a 30-pound dumbbell. It's harder to do when you go up to the 45s and 50s and 60s. So today it was just accumulating more volume. And it's just, okay, so that's the end of this video. This is the routine for today. A lot of exercises, a lot of fluff and pump, a lot of heavy stuff at the beginning, and just another session that I can log in as a productive session for sure. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this journey. God bless everyone. Stay safe out there, and I'll be looking forward to presenting more videos very soon.